EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Andrews. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Andrews from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Young now. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. You talk about this Seahawks defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
To throw, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down. Young from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense. And now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Andrews. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go up the middle with Campbell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. to throw. Andrews. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
The pass rush has been a real strength to play. They got to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
2nd and 15. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Andrews. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. Oh, he dropped that defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. Back who can show off his wheels.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Play action now. Young. Bails out of the pocket quick. His first throw is an interception. Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And that really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Finds a big lane. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. He's dropping back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap now to Young. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Brooks on the counter. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running back, motioning right. 2nd and 8. He's got Devontae Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Brooks runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Good run. Gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Complete over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up Seattle with first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught at the 10-yard line. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Young working from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He's got this at the 27. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Very good return as he picks up 20. And it'll be Seahawks football. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Throwing now from the gun. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down from the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. Third down coming. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The former soccer star Brandon Aubrey on now to attempt the field goal. This one from an even 40 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Taken in by Smith. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Gets this to Sanders. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers reduce the lead to just 4. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Metcalf there to bring it in.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10, looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
They've got a man in motion. Here he is on third and long. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Still sticking with the passing game. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing it again here. He's got it over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. From the red zone now. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
They are throwing it again. The throw is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Young on the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So second down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Young. He's got time here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Finds the in route complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing from the gun here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking for a throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win. And he sends this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. To the air on first down, Young. Finds Sanders. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's a heater go deep middle. That's complete inside the 35. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a one-score game before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He fields it from the 8. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Looking to the air here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Panthers football. They've got first down from the 31. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Running once more with Brooks. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. From the 47. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
From the 48. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 35 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Plowing up the middle. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pass play on 1st and goal. We've got a screen to the running back. It's a Seattle touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His 1st broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes the... Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. up a throw. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow their lead off the turnover. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Hauled in by Worthy. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Young working from the gun. Gets this to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. On the give, it's Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's Cosby, found some space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Now it's Young. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this third. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Now Young. Chased out to his right. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Young on 3rd and goal. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They're going for it, Young. The lateral goes haywire, live ball. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. This one intended for the running back. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense...
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Reaches the end zone, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Seahawks make it a 24-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They motion the slot man right. Young on 1st and 10. Oh no, they get him yet again. Brandon Stevens has it. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They've got 1st down from the 31. Trying the right side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And that grows the lead to 27.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff here for Brooks. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Again, it's Brooks, and he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
A 3rd down run with Brooks. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, they'll run. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks...